Back of the aggregate pile. Here's the equipment.
We're going to be unloading logs, so I can't even have you in
Oh,
here.
no, that's fine. I'll be out of your way.
What's your name?
Scott.
Scott.
Your name?
Steve Garner.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, you can't be in here.
But there's no activity going on right now.
We're going to have, this is activity. We're getting ready to unload logs.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not trying to be a jerk.
Nor am I.
I don't
I'm
want
just
anybody to get
documenting
hurt.
stuff. Gotcha. I'll step up here.
Yeah, you can.
I'm not here to
sit
be
up in the
a
woods
jerk.
and film all you want.
No,
buddy.
that's fine.
But I just can't have you down here.
I understand. I'm gonna just step on inside that plywood, head up that way. Okay?
Perfect.
Before he starts moving here. Hey, Steve, you guys doing the first crossing? That's what the logs are for. The culvert will go among them.
Yeah, this is scheduled to be a temporary crossing.
Right.
It's gonna get logs.
Right.
Clean silt, rock over the top. The yarder's gonna come in here in about a week and a half. It's gonna yard the unit. We're gonna log the shovel ground, and then it's scheduled to be all decommissioned when it's done.
I had a question for the decommission. Do they have to pull that gravel out?
Yeah, we're going to pull everything
Okay.
out,
Wow.
set our rocks back in, and try to make it as close.
So it'll look like this when you're done. Like the gravel will be gone, be dirt.
It'll be.
I mean, not
dirt.
a lot of
we're
it,
gonna have little water bars.
Yep.
In the '96 flood, the second crossing went over its banks and ran right down the middle of the road and probably removed like 30 plus cubic yards
Right.
of dirt.
That's where it was all chewed up.
It never was decommissioned. So, and we're trying to be. We could make this into I-5, use our full 40-foot width
Oh, yeah.
and take every tree, and we're trying to keep it as minimal as possible.
Sure.
And then the whole idea when we get done is to put this thing to bed properly, pull the culverts out. We're going to seed it. There'll be grass hay on the banks, and it'll be basically storm-proof when we're done.
Sure.
It never was.
I'm more worried about the unit with the land and the neighbors down there. That's what we're worried about. I'm not worried about you guys.
That's one reason we're cable logging it.
Yep.
I could have brought all the equipment through the bottom, but the logger told me that I don't think you're going to be happy with the hillside when we bring 4 or 5 pieces of equipment up to do it.
Yep.
Pieces when you make a rut and then you try to heal that rut up, you're making more of a mess.
Oh yeah, sure.
Than you are fixing it.
Right.
The more you disturb it, the more you mess it up. And so I told them, no, let's just bring them all through here. We're going to repave this section of road.
Okay. Oh, where all the tracks are torn up? Okay.
So that's going to get an overlay.
Again, I'm not worried about you guys. I just don't like Demur's reputation. That's my biggest thing.
If you've gone on Friends of Brightwood, almost everything that they've been told, they've posted the opposite. Like the tree that says no cut on it. Somebody was told about 19 times that tree is not going to come out. We don't want to cut it, even though we could cut it right this second. I could take a power saw up there and cut that tree, use it in the creek, and just leave it next to the road when I'm done. I want to preserve that tree.
Well, that's your reputation, though. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about.
Well, Greg thinks the same way.
Okay. I've never met the guy, but
you're talking about a guy that has owned hundreds of thousands of acres, multiple mills in the state of Oregon. He develops in multiple states. He's had a target painted on his back for 30 years. And I'm not saying that everything he's done is golden. Dirt and rock is a messy business. Logging is a messy business.
For sure.
But half of what's been written or more has been from like the Registered Guard in Eugene. He's had a target painted on his back for 30.
So they're
40 years.
not correct? Like with the fines from Kinzua Resources and all that stuff?
Well, he's never had to pay that fine. So he was found in court not guilty of any wrongdoing. And what it is, it's a mill over in Pilot Rock that they, for years and years, for 50 years, they put bark in this pit.
That's the one that keeps catching fire, right?
And it smolders in the ground.
Right.
It's no harm to anybody. It doesn't even change the air quality or anything. But every year when it heats up, it creates these little surface smoke piles. And that's all it is.
Sure. No, I like talking to you because I talked to Greg wherever he is the other day. He's a good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
We had a good conversation, and so it's nice chatting with you too. You know, get some of that background. If it was a local guy that that we know and that was concerned about the neighborhood, I think this would have been a much better received thing. I'm just being honest with you.
Right.
When people go online and they Google Greg Demers, no matter what, right or wrong, that's what they see.
Right.
You know, he doesn't replant. They see all this stuff going on in Crow and Parvin Butte and all this stuff, and that's why they're upset. So
Parvin Butte is another prime example of a rock pit that's been a rock pit for 100 years. You just bought it and started moving more rock out of it, is all.
Okay.
It's no different than these fellas down here that we're buying rock from.
Sure.
They have, it's been a sanctioned pit for 80 years, 100 years. And I don't know, I haven't heard of anybody going down there and protesting that. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It is.
But when we're done, the plan is to decommission this road.
Yep.
And as it stands right now, the MERS has told me that if any of this equipment gets damaged, he's going to exercise his right to make this I-5. So everybody can drive up it, and he's going to put a house up there. He doesn't want to.
That's interesting.
You piss him off, and he will. He'll put the bridges in, and this will be open for people to drive, and people will be shooting speed up there.
Oh, I shoot up here all the time as it is. That'd be kind of convenient.
No, I think it'd be horrible because there's so many residents down below that it would just be uncalled for.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna get out of here.
You can come up and film. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to get hurt.
No, we're good.
So what was your name?
Scott.
Steve Garner.
Nice talking to you, Steve. I heard about you. You're the operator.
Yeah. Do you want my business card?
Yeah, if you got one.
Yeah.
I got Greg's the other day. Morning.
Thank you for showing up.
No worries.
Steve Garner.
How are you?
This is Scott.
Okay.
He's
Are you
just here to
out of Clackamas
photograph
County?
and
Okay.
observe.
Okay.
He said he's going to stay out of the way, but when we put a sign up that says no entry, it means no entry.
Sure. I'm just,
With
I've
all
got
this going on.
This is all Bill Simon's place, so we'll probably just
Simmons,
come
yeah.
over here, Simmons, and kind of keep an eye on stuff like that. Like I told you, the reputation. We just want to make sure the law is followed.
That's what I'm
So
here to do.
that's
That's what Greg's
yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
This is Corey Kent.
Hey, Corey. I'm Scott. Nice to meet you. Yeah, we just want to make sure that it's to the letter of the law,
We're
and
going
we're
to
good.
treat this with kid gloves.
Good. I appreciate that.
And then when we pull out of here, everything's going to drain where it's supposed to drain, and it hasn't done that for years.
All right.
And somebody that's not so concerned about the environment ripped out all of our flagging like 3 times on this road. I've had to survey it 3 times.
Ripped out your flagging?
Oh yeah, my flagging, our magnetic nails in the road, they ripped it all out. Like $9,000 worth of damage, not including the unit, which I just had to have reflagged.
Wow.
We're probably $11,000 or $12,000 worth of resurveying because people have ripped all their flagging out. And guess what they did with it? They threw it all in the creek, enough to fill a mailbox
Jeez.
of my ribbon.
That's crazy.
And to me, that's not somebody that's concerned with the environment. That's just eco-terrorism.
Well, that's all
as far
nails
as
or
I'm
something,
concerned.
like you said. You're not going to put that in a creek.
I just don't get it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you get a card, you don't mind. That way I can give you a call if something pops up. I get your
I will
number.
get you a card.
Okay. Like I said, I think I got Greg's the other day. He gave me some info, so we had a good conversation. So cool.
I appreciate you coming out. Yeah, we're going to dump logs today. We're probably going to be working these all day.
Okay.
But I'll call you if there's a problem.
Yeah, we swung by just because.
I appreciate it.
But she's with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, after we're done at night, you guys are free to walk up and just take pictures all you want. And
Yeah, some of our neighbors, we had a little group that just wanted to see the first crossing, so yesterday we walked up to the first crossing.
sure.
So it's all the folks that live down below. They hadn't seen any of the work going on yet, so.
The state forester was up day before yesterday. There's kind of a tricky spot where we've dug a ditch,
Yeah.
opened the ditch up so it channels properly.
I walked it with Joe Goldsby yesterday. We walked all the way to the end of the road clearing, that last creek.
Right.
So we walked that on yesterday
Good.
just to check it all out.
Well, he said there's no violation, and on the Friends of Brightwood page, it says there's a violation, and then right below that, it's got my home address and my phone number and a map quest to my house.
That's weird.
It's not weird.
I haven't seen any of that.
It's there.
Huh, wow.
Yeah. So I'd appreciate it if whoever Friends of Brightwood is, posts the facts, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll look for that for sure and let them know.
Because between the signs that say, you know, Demers may win in court and we win in the woods, that means one thing to me, is that the equipment's going to be vandalized or somebody that's on my crew is going to get hurt.
Well, I talked to Greg about that yesterday. I said, I'm not here to do any of that stuff. I'm here to document. You know, we're concerned about fire danger right now.
Right.
We're concerned about the neighbors at the bottom, which is a longer term concern. And given Demers' reputation, I just said, hey, my goal is to use photography. I've got drone equipment. We're just going to keep an eye on things, make sure it's legit. That's all I'm doing. I can't speak for the other part of the community that might be pissed off. I don't know, but that's my goal. So that's why you'll probably see me up here just taking photos every now and then and just doing what I can.
We've got a real short window to get this done and get it done properly.
Yeah.
And the more we get delayed, the more that we have a chance of something gets screwed up.
Sure.
So we need to act and get this done.
No, I got you.
And you know, I was thinking of having people just show up about 7 and start cutting the stuff. We don't have that kind of time. We're going to start cutting at daylight, and we'll finish in the afternoon, whatever the law allows.
Yeah, between 1 and 8, I think, right now with level 3.
Level 3, we're 1 o'clock. Yeah, and 3 hour fire watch.
Yeah.
And that's to be observed.
Do you guys have a log for that or anything for your fire watches, or
It's the logger's responsibility to make sure that the 3 hour watch is done.
Okay. And that's the last equipment's turned off. That's when the clock starts, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, you can do some. I think you can do. Can you do road maintenance still? No, your 1 o'clock shut down completely.
Joe said no equipment running at all. So again, that's just the stuff I want to keep an eye on. We just don't want to have a big fire.
Right.
So that's just what we're worried about. I live right down the slope here, so that's what I'm concerned about.
Well, we got our second piece of a fire equipment that's going to show up today.
Okay.
So we have fire equipment up on the job while we're cutting. We're going to have fire equipment
Good.
here.
Good. I mean, you guys don't want to fire either. You got guys working this thing and equipment everywhere. So
fire, period.
Right.
Except for the Forest Service.
Right.
They can
Cool.
do whatever they want.
Well, I'll get out of your hair. I just want to come up and take a look.
Okay.
One of my neighbors said a big truck went up the road, and I said, I'll go see what it is. So just want to come up and see.
Well, like I said, we're doing everything to minimize this, but we're that far from opening this up to making it a full 40 width road. And,
I mean, that's not going to be cheap.
No, all it's going to take is somebody piling more brush on the excavator, and it's going to happen.
People are putting brush on the excavator?
Yeah, they put brush all over the window of the excavator.
What the hell is that going to do?
Threw brush out in the road.
Huh. You're going to have more brush on it after work, and then, you know. Okay, well, like I said, I'll get out of your hair. I'll grab a card, though, if you got one handy.
Yeah.
What's the word?
How old's your girl?
Oh, that's Wilder. He's a boy. He just turned 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He's got long hair.
He hasn't had his hair cut yet. I think it's about time for a haircut.